What's up guys, Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So this will be going over the new treasure mode or adventure mode Sabo that's coming out on the 15th for the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. We're also going over some of the boosted units that we're going to have in the treasure mode coming out. If you guys have never been here before, go ahead and make sure you guys hit the like button down below as well as the subscribe button down below so we get lots of support on the channel. Of course, keep the channel growing. If you guys do want to get notifications on all my videos, make sure you guys hit the bell notification right next to it so you guys get notifications every time I drop a video. Without further ado, let's go into the news. So the first thing we're going to be going over is the brand new boa coming out, which is going to be one of the two boosters for the treasure mode. Now the thing about this boa is she's not really a nice character. She's going to be coming out sometime in the next couple days with the next Suga Fest. Not really sure when, but we're going to be a Suga Fest and we're going to go over the Suga Fest details when the news for that comes out. The boa is going to be a shooter and cerebral character. Her captain ability is going to be a 3 times belly booster during adventure mode only. Why you do this? Why you do this? She's gonna have a special ability that's gonna change block orbs and colored orbs of shooter and cerebral characters to matching orbs, and for 1 turn, boost the orbs of shooter and cerebral characters depending on the treasure map clearing level. Why you do this? From level 1 through level 10, it's going to be a 1.75 orb boost. From level 11 through level 20, it's going to be a 2 times orb boost. And for 21 and above, it is going to be a 2.25 orb boost. Now, having that being good during treasure mode is also great, but however, outside of treasure mode not being used is also why you do this. She's going to max out at 1,960 HP, 416 recovery, and 1,257 attack. Overall, decent stats for a treasure mode character, so that's pretty good. And she also maxes out at 10 turns. Having her max out at 10 turns is pretty nice because then she could be usable outside treasure mode. But now outside treasure mode, all we're going to have is going to be changes block orbs and colored orbs of shooter and cerebral characters into matching, making it so that if you did have a recovery, tandem, or bomb orb, a non-matching orb. That is also just a really good orb manipulator for shooter and cerebral characters. So outside treasure mode still useful, inside treasure mode bonkers useful. So very interesting character. She actually might be usable for other treasure modes because then you would be able to have an orb booster and an orb manipulator for shooter cerebral on other treasure modes, which would be really nice to have, especially since her cooldown's super low. So overall, this boa is actually a good unit, which is really weird. Her captain ability is only good in adventure mode, and her special ability is actually good inside treasure mode as well as outside treasure mode, but not as good as, say, Kizaru or the side boa if you did have either of those. Obviously, since she is a boa, you're supposed to be using her just in treasure mode and use your V2 boa outside treasure mode for your matching orbs. The next character we're going to be going over is going to be the brand new Dex Miss Valentine. Dex Miss Valentine is going to be a free spirit and cerebral character. She's going to max out, she's going to max out at 10 turns as well as like the boast, and she's also going to have 2,000 HP, 424 recovery, and 1,039 attack. Overall, really low stats for a treasure mode character, but what can you do? She's probably the lower booster, and boa is probably the higher booster in the treasure mode, just based on their special abilities and their stats and what they do. This Valentine's going to have a Dex character's HP and recovery and captain ability boost, so there's no attack boost on this Valentine, so you're not going to be able to use her in with another friend captain and get any kind of attack boost, which really stinks, but it's really not that different of any other treasure mode. Seeing how most of the time in treasure mode you get like a 1.75 or a 1.5, maybe even a 2 times, or at most we've seen is 2.25 boost inside treasure mode. Usually it's just a really low attack boost. So, and they really wanted you to use this character as a sub. I'm not sure why, but okay. Her special ability is going to cut HP of one enemy by 10% and reduce the paralysis and despair of characters by 3 turns. Overall, this is a crap unit. I mean, I don't understand why it's like this, but okay. The fact that she's a free spirit cerebral character that removes paralysis and despair is kind of nice. Having that character on your team would be great, but unless it's paralysis, despair, and silence, I just don't care about that unit. That unit is not good. I would never use that unit outside of treasure mode if I didn't have to. I mean, most of the time, if you need silence removal, you also need paralysis removal. They kind of just go hand in hand, but like the fact that it's paralysis and despair, it's kind of like, what? I guess there might not be that many characters that move paralysis and despair together, but I guess it's going to be happening in this treasure mode on the final boss or somewhere as a stage. So what can you do? That's just how they're going to do it this time. The next unit we're going to be talking about is going to be the brand new Treasure Mode Sabo. Now, Treasure Mode Sabo looks like it's a pretty cool unit. I'm still kind of figuring out how I'm going to use him and what team I'm going to use him on, but overall, he's a really interesting unit. His captain ability before the limit break is going to be boosting the cerebral characters by 1.5, HP by 1.05, and when HP is above 70% or below 30%, boost the before attacking boost chain multiplier by 1.2. So overall, it's a really low captain ability before limit break, just like every other captain ability. But then after you get a limit break, he's going to be boosting the character of cerebral characters by 2.25, which sounds low, so hold on. HP and recovery by 1.2, and when HP is above 70% or below 30%, before attacking, boost the chain multiplier by 1.5. If you did not know, that's actually very good. So a character that's going to be boosting the chain multiplier by 1.5 is a very old mechanic that we saw with Rayleigh, and it's also a kind of more recent mechanic that we saw with Inarashi. So this is actually a very similar captain ability to Inarashi. Unfortunately, the difference between this character and Inarashi is that Inarashi boosts attack of cerebral characters by 2.75 below 30%, and this captain only blows by 2.25 below 30%. The fact that he also boosts above 30% is also kind of interesting, so you can use this with the new quick law, as well as you can use him with your low HP cerebral teams as well. So that was kind of an interesting choice. And so if you did not have a cerebral captain and you needed a free-to-play cerebral captain, they're now giving you a really good free-to-play cerebral captain to use on your team. You can also pair this unit with the new, as a sub, to have the new Koala on your team, increasing your chain multiplier even further for the last hit. So that's going to be really cool to see. I'm interested to see how the pairing is going to work with this character and the new and Inarashi overall. I think overall as a captain ability, this is a good captain ability. If we wanted to equate it to another captain ability, it's probably close to a 2.75 or a 3 times captain ability, really depending on the multiplier and how many perfects you're going to be able to hit throughout your chain. His special ability is if the captain is a cerebral character, change colored orbs into matching orbs. First off, amazing. That is bonkers good. Just having a character that's going to change colored orbs into matching orbs is already akin to the Sicilian, which is really great already. So that means that if you have the Zunisha ship, you're able to use the Zunisha ship with Sabo and actually get full matching orbs all the time. So that's great. So you already have a full board orb manipulator there, unless there's a bomb or block orb, in which case you're probably bringing a Kuma or something else that Cerebral already has in order to get matching orbs. For one turn, drastically reduce defense of all enemies. That usually means by 50% is not drastically, usually 80 or 90% is drastically, so it's probably an 80 or 90% defense reduction there, which really doesn't make much difference between a 50% defense reduction. So you're not going to see too much difference as far as increased damage from defense reduction. To the amount that it reduces defense, it really doesn't matter, but unless it's 100%. It's either between 50 and 90, doesn't matter, but 100% does matter. And for one turn, boost attack against enemies with defense down by 1.75 for one turn. That is amazing. That means we're getting a full board orb changer and a conditional booster that is self-proccing in the same unit. It's like you combined a really good Monet with a really good treasure, with a really good Dex Cavendish with a full board orb changer. He is the best adventure mode unit that has come out in the entire game thus far. He is stupid good. Having full board orb control on one character with conditional boost in the same character completely removes the viability of a character, let's say by Ben Beckman. He is better than limited rare recruit Ben Beckman. Now you have literally no need for Ben Beckman. By the way, super mean Bandai by releasing that Jinbei banner that everybody wanted to pull on, and if you pulled Ben Beckman, who is a featured unit on the banner, this character is infinitely better for the exact same team. You guys are jerks. That's mean. That's stupid. That's so mean. Oh my gosh. This character is insane. I love this unit. It's so good. I'm so glad I have all these new cerebral teams to play with, and now I have a character that's giving me full board orbs, which is insanely great. I love this a lot. Compare this unit with any cerebral captain. Super cool unit. I'm probably going to be using him as a sub, as I have so many cerebral captains already. He's insane. Better than TMAs, better than adventure mode Mihawk better than any other adventure mode, including G4 in my opinion, because full board orb manipulation is one of the hardest things to attain in this game for any character. Like the best units in the game that are doing that are like Colosseum, Nekomamushi, Colosseum Lucy, etc. Those are the best units in the game that you can have for your team, and this is one of those units that is doing that, and it's also providing a 1.75 conditional boost and actually providing the conditional proc by itself. Super amazing unit. This is so good. Do not miss this adventure mode. It's the best one yet as far as units go. The sail ability is going to be boost limit breaking capability is going to be boost attack, HP, and recovery of cerebral characters by 30, which is decent. But the nice one here is second sail ability is cerebral characters will treat Dex orbs as beneficial. That's also stupid good. As we see from the Dofi teams, we're all going to have like the full 6 out of 7 orb matching with reduced chance on strength. That part's insane. I love that. That's so good. And the fact that we're going to get that somewhat similarly on cerebral is also cool. That is stupid strong. That means that if you were running the Zunisha ship, which you're probably going to do with the Sabo because he treats colored orbs as matching, or I mean sorry, change color orb into matching orbs, you're going to be getting the cerebral characters with Dex orbs matching, meat orbs matching, and tandem orb matching. So that's 3 out of 7 matching already if your character is not a Dex character, 4 out of 7 if your character is a Dex character. If your character is not a Dex character for cerebral, it's going to be 4 out of 7 orbs matching for every single turn. That makes cerebral a super OP class. I'm really glad I put them where they are in the tier list. I'm really glad I put them all everywhere. This is amazing. This is the change that cerebral needed. This is so good. Cerebral was actually lacking orb manipulation on their teams, on their top tier teams I was trying to put in. I was seeing a lot of teams that didn't have perfect orb manipulation, and this character perfectly fits every cerebral team that I've been trying to make. So this is so good. I cannot wait for this unit. Unfortunately, I don't have the stats for this unit because we don't have anything coming out right now. So big thanks, of course, to WG OPT News. So Worst Generation, thank you guys so much for all those early releases. Really do appreciate it. Of course, thanks to Koalasan for all the translations and everybody in the OPC subreddit that's been helping out. Really do appreciate everybody there. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of One Piece Treasure Cruise News. My name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys hit the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button down below, so we get lots of support in the channel, and of course, keep the channel growing. If you guys do want notifications on all my videos, make sure you guys hit the bell notification right next to it, so you guys get notifications every time I drop a video. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Peace.